Hello, Animate here. Now I have a question for you. Have you always wanted to go to another world, or even thought of it? Well, because I'm going to bring you the top 10 Isekai Anime, which is anime where people get taken to another world. Number 10. Kiba. In a dystopian future, two friends dream of freedom and gain more than they bargained for. Hothead Zed is on the run from the authorities, while his brainy pal Noah struggles with his own battered body. Both find a magical world that seems to offer escape and power undreamed of. Join Zed and his powerful, rebellious spirit Amir Gal on their search for the ultimate power. It's a force that can save the world or destroy life as we know it. This is the world of Kiba, where you must harness the power within and fight with all you've got. Number 9 is Kyokara Mal. This story revolves around Yuri Shibuya, your average Japanese teenager. One day, Yuri sees a classmate being harassed by bullies. Thanks to his intervention, his friend is able to escape, but unfortunately Yuri becomes the new target of the bullies in the process, and gets his head shoved into a toilet. But instead of water, the toilet contains a swirling portal that sucks him into another world, largely resembling medieval Europe. There he is told that he will become the next Demon King due to his black hair and black eyes, traits only possessed by the demon's royal lineage. Number 8 is Sword Art Online. In the year 2022, virtual reality has progressed by leaps and bounds, and a massive online role-playing game called Sword Art Online is launched. With the aid of nerve gear technology, players can control their avatars within the game using nothing but their own thoughts. Kazuto Kirigaya, nicknamed Kirito, is among the lucky few enthusiasts who get their hands on the first shipment of the game. However, in a cruel turn of events, the players soon realize they cannot log out. The game's creator has trapped them in this new world until they complete all 100 levels of the game. Number 7 is In Another World with My Smartphone. In a thoughtless blunder, God accidentally strikes down Toya Mochizuki with a stray bolt of lightning. As an apology, God offers him one wish and the chance to live again in a magical fantasy world. Toya happily accepts the offer and, for his one wish, asks only to keep his smartphone with him as he begins his journey into this mysterious world. Number 6. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. One day, he finds out that his parents sold him to the demon, Sullivan. However, Iruma's worries about what will become of him are soon relieved, for Sullivan merely wants a grandchild, pampering him and making him attend the demon school Fabulous. At first, Iruma tries to keep a low profile in fear of his peers discovering that he is human. Unfortunately, this ends up being more difficult than he expected. It turns out that Sullivan himself is the chairman of the school, and everyone expects him to become the next Demon King. Number 5 is Endride. Now, this one is about Shun Asanaga and how he is a 15-year-old junior high school student with an optimistic and bright personality. One day, he finds a mysterious crystal in the office of his father, who is a scientist and businessman. When Shun touches it, the world becomes distorted and he is sent into the world of Endra. Emilio, a prince of the kingdom of Endra, is nearing his 16th birthday and despises the reigning king, Delzine. Since Emilio is now at the age when he can inherit the throne, he takes up a weapon and attempts revenge. However, because Emilio is too weak, he is captured by Delzine and put in prison. When Emilio is in grief, the wall of his cell becomes distorted and Shun appears from there with two goals: return to his own world, and complete Emilio's revenge. What future lies ahead for the two boys trying to survive in Endra? Yeah, raised in two different worlds. Number 4 is Arata Kankatari. As a young boy from a noble family of Amawakuni, Arata has always expected to make life his own, until word of the princess growing weak reaches his city. Unbeknown to him, his grandmother had claimed him to be female at birth, and now, with no other girls to succeed the princess from the matriarchal Hime clan, he is next in line for the throne. Disguised as a woman, awaiting a replacement to be found, Arata witnesses an assassination attempt on the princess by none other than her own guard, the 12th Ninsho. The crime is pinned on his head, forcing Arata to escape to the Kando Forest, where it is said that no one comes out the same. Meanwhile, in modern-day Japan, Arata Ihara longs for escape from the cruelty of his classmates. Hearing his name called from an alley, he wanders from his path and unwillingly switches universes with Ihara from Amakuni. With his own power as a newly awakened Sho, a warrior able to wield Hayagami, weapons with the power of gods, and the help of his companions he meets along his journey, Ihara sets out to restore order to his new world. Number 3 is Wise Man's Grandchild. In the kingdom of Earlshire, Merlin Walford was once regarded as a national hero, hailed for both his power and achievements. Preferring a quiet life, however, he secludes himself deep in the royal woods, dedicating his time to raising an orphan that he saved. This orphan is Shin, a normal salaryman in modern-day Japan, who was reincarnated into Merlin's world while still retaining his past memories. As the years pass, Shin displays unparalleled talent in both magic, casting, and martial arts. Much to Merlin's constant amazement, on his 15th birthday, however, it becomes apparent that Shin only developed his combat skills, and nothing else, leaving him with blatant social awkwardness, a lack of common sense, and a mildly sense of responsibility. As a result, Shin enrolls in the kingdom's magic academy to hone his skills and mature among other teenagers. However, living a normal life is impossible as he is established as a local celebrity almost as soon as he arrives. Number 2 is The Rising of the Shield Hero. This one is about 4 heroes that are a group of ordinary men from modern-day Japan that are summoned to the kingdom of Melormark to become its saviors. Melormark is a country plagued by the waves of catastrophe that have repeatedly ravaged the land and brought disaster to its citizens for centuries. The 4 heroes are respectively bestowed a sword, spear, bow, and shield to vanquish these waves. Naofumi Iwatani, an otaku, becomes cursed with the fate of being the shield hero. Armed with only a measly shield, Naofumi is belittled and ridiculed by his fellow heroes and the kingdom's people due to his weak offense and lackluster personality. With a raging storm of hurt and mistrust in his heart, Naofumi begins his journey of strengthening himself and his reputation. And for my number 1 pick, it's That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Now, this one is about 37-year-old Satoru Mikami, who is a typical corporate worker and is perfectly content with his monotonous lifestyle in Tokyo. In the midst of a casual encounter with his colleague, he falls victim to a random assailant on the streets and is stabbed. However, while succumbing to his injuries, a peculiar voice echoes in his mind and recites a bunch of commands, which the dying man cannot make sense of. When he regains consciousness, he discovers that he has reincarnated as a group of slime in an unfamiliar realm. By doing so, he acquires newfound skills, notably the power to devour anything and mimic its appearance and abilities. He then stumbles upon the sealed catastrophe-level monster, Veldora, who have been sealed away for the past 300 years for devastating a town to ashes. Sympathetic to his predicament, Satoru befriends him, promising to assist in destroying the seal. In return, Veldora bestows upon him the name Rimuru Tempest, to grant him divine protection. Now, liberated from the mundanities of his past life, Rimuru embarks on a fresh journey with a distinct goal in mind. As he grows accustomed to his new physique, his gooey antics ripple throughout the world, gradually altering his fate.